Hello, Amber Vilhauer here, your online business growth mentor, and during today's 4-minute fast track video, I have some email marketing answers that I know you're going to want because I get people asking me all the time questions like, should I send out a newsletter digest or a text email? Should I send out an email about one topic or many topics? And when I'm sending out an email, should I nurture by giving free content and value, or should I sell something, or should I do some combination of the two? So we're going to dive deep into those 3 topics today, and hopefully that's going to clear some of that email marketing fog. Okay, now how I want to start this is by saying that everything needs to be tested based on your industry. I sort of feel like a broken record when I keep saying that over and over to people, but it's true. For example, I have a client that followed the Jeff Walker launch formula, and they followed it to a T, and everybody was saying, oh, it works, it'll work if you just follow the program and the formula. And you know what? It did not work for her. Another client didn't work for him either. So it's very dependent upon your industry, your relationship with your followers, your brand personality, what you want to do. I mean, there's so many different variables, but that should be comforting to you, right? Because there's not one perfect solution. You can make your own solution. You can, create, get creative, decide what you want to do, and above all, test everything, especially in the first few years of your business. I look at the first 5 years of my business as a total testing ground. I tested everything under the sun, and now I really know what works for my audience. So don't be in too much of a rush to perfect everything. Have fun in the process. But I digress. Let's get down into email marketing. Now, as you know, if you've been on my email list, I send out these pretty lengthy email digests or a newsletter. Inside of that email, I have a personal training message that I create once a week. Really spend some time on it, usually about 45 minutes crafting this email. Then I have a free content section, usually with a video, usually a 4-minute fast track tip here. And then below that, I have a section that's a promotional section where I'm talking about one of the many services that we offer at insightfuldevelopment.com, whether it is copywriting, launch support, summit support, social media, website development. There's a lot of different things that we do. So every week I rotate that promotional section by talking about a feature of a different part of our business. Below that, I have a testimonial that is directly related to the service that I just spoke about. So if I'm featuring copywriting, let's say, then I'm going to have a copywriting testimonial of a client that loves our copywriting abilities just below that promotional area. Below that, I have my bio. So it's going to have web links to the different websites that I have, who is this Amber Vilhauer person, in my photo. So that's a pretty complete email right there. Other colleagues of mine who have very successful businesses and followings send out a plain text email. There's no logo, no heading, no photos, no nothing. And it's just a simple text email with one main focal point. And you know what? It's successful for both of us. So whether you decide to send out the newsletter digest or a text email, whether you decide to write about multiple topics or one topic, it's going to be, something that you're going to have to test and see what works for you. I survey my audience very regularly, and my audience told me on my most recent survey, they love the big digests, and they love that I talk about multiple different topics and not just one. That way people can pick and choose what they are most interested in. And either way, somebody is always interested in something I have to say within that email, which makes it worth their time. And email marketing is all about building a connection with people, giving pure value, and adding consistent effort. So they can expect that newsletter from me every single Tuesday. So, I hate not to give you a definitive answer, but it is really something that you're going to have to test and start with what feels right for you. If it feels right for you to deliver a text email, then start there. And the last thing I want to bring up is, should you nurture in this email where you're just giving away free value, or should you sell something, or both? And here again, it's something that you're going to have to test. As you saw with my example, I do both, right? So I've got my free content first because that's the priority. And it also sets up that promotional piece that I cover in the email as well. So I tend to tackle both. That works very well for me. Perhaps try my newsletter format, see how your audience responds. But the takeaway here is to survey your audience and see what it is that they really want most from you and give them more of that. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the bottom right-hand corner of this video, there's a button that you can click to get notified when future videos are available. And definitely head over to insightfuldevelopment.com for more tips to monetize and grow your business online. And until the next video, just remember, no guts, no glory. Thanks a lot.